Hey, I'm Colin, and this is Colin's Comics Column. I wanted to talk a little bit about Marvel's Luke Cage, which came out on Netflix. One of the best things about Luke Cage, I think, all of the major characters in Luke Cage are people of color. Most of them are black, it takes place in Harlem, and I also think it's great for people who love to see superhero content and people who want to see maybe people who don't look exactly like me represented. But now I want to talk about the actual show and how fantastic that is. First off, Luke Cage is just such a likable character that it's impossible for me to not want to root for him. I was excited for this show from Jessica Jones. He premiered as a character in Jessica Jones, so if this is your first foray into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's a perfectly fine place to start. You're not going to need to know anything from Captain America or S.H.I.E.L.D. or even Daredevil or Jessica Jones. At the beginning of the series, he doesn't want to be a superhero. He wants to lie low and just live his life. He's had a lot of trauma kind of in his past, which they get to and eventually explain. I think Luke Cage and his friends, Claire, who's the night nurse, and who's in Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and Misty Knight, who's a detective, and also in the comics a mutant with a bionic arm, make the show compelling enough as characters for me to want to keep watching it. And I think that's a strength of all of the Netflix superhero shows. When you watch Luke Cage, you feel like this is substantially different from Daredevil and substantially different from Jessica Jones, but you also see how they could be living together on the same island, Manhattan. Before I go, how excited are you about the Nintendo Switch? Because they just announced it, and I think it looks really cool. It's kind of exactly the type of console that would fit perfectly into my life, where I can take it to my friend's house or on a trip or whatever. So that's it for Colin's Comics Column, Colin's Comics Column, Colin's Comics Column. This has been Colin's Comics Column. I'm good at that now.